Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Hicks coming at you here. It is midday money for Sunday. And welcome on into the show. Be sure to hit the like button. I'll get to that. Mr. Sean Higgs in the Twitter world. And what's there to say? Except another wonderful day of college hoops. We have a great NBA game today. Should be fabulous. So I got my little, you can see my little setup behind me. I'm going to be, if you're interested, 89 tops, 88 down. I think I'm going to do both of these today I was going to do one, but I think Richie P is going to make me do two. I'm probably going to do one. That's a long time. Two boxes. That's like 70 packs. That's on the Sean Higgs channel. Let's hit the like button. Sean Higgs YouTube, Winning Free Picks YouTube, wherever you're watching. Come on in. If you caught the shorty last night, we'll get to free picks in a second. Let's do a quick recap. Video picks yesterday, terrible, 2-7. High K-State, all tied up with 10 seconds ago. Loser. Well, let's just talk about the good. Iowa winner, UConn in a rout. Super. K-State last second loser. South Carolina just a bad pick. Oklahoma, whatever. Maryland, lose by 5, getting 3. UNLV, lose by 3 at home. So we had a shot at that game. And, of course, the late ads. The late ads, I got to stop with this nonsense. Late ads, Florida State and West Virginia, not even in it. You take what, 1, 2, couple doggies, couple money liners at home. Frustrating, to say the least. And I go 6-7 on the site. Virginia 3, lose that by a point there. Would they win by 2? Wonderful. Stetson -1.5, win by 1. Are you kidding me? This is the dilemma when you put stuff up the night before. How you get a loser, a winner into a loser. Back at it today. 3-pack was up. Today's picks here. We got Rutgers. That's it. Did I say hit the like ones? Probably. We got Rutgers, folks. That's about it. I had Florida Atlantic on the shorty last night. I didn't put it in the chat because when I did the shorty, it was 3.5, and I didn't do late night money last night. I would have told you to take a Florida Atlantic at 3.5. I also said in a video at 3.5, 4 area. Sure, Florida Atlantic looks like a good play. I thought this line would be a 5.5, 6. I think I said that right in the shorty. If you watch the shorty, and sure enough, it is a 6 down. Now it's do I come in on Florida Atlantic at that price? So it is what it is. I would lean Florida Atlantic. South Florida at a 6 spot. At a 3 spot, it was an owl play, but now it's a no play. Now it's a no play. Rutgers. I know, and I said this in a free pick video yesterday. I did for the Rutgers Minnesota game. Minnesota, 20-3, great numbers. Yeah, 7 straight covers. Yeah, as a the last time they were favored, they lost. That was their last. They won. They covered 7 straight because the game before that they lost as a favorite at home. So them laying points, not a big fan of. We can go back to their earlier schedule. Sure, you're beating Ball State laying 12 or some other team by 17. Huge spreads. When they're laying 12.5, 13.5, 15s, yeah, you're beating bad teams. That's fine. Rutgers has 3 Big Ten road wins. I'm getting 4. Rutgers. Let's get to the comments that I see everybody is on a late Saturday. Hopefully we get some All-Star Game player props, perhaps. Perhaps someone will come in with some All-Star Game player props. Because I don't have any All-Star Game player props today. I'm sure someone will come in. What time is this game? Well, how does this work? Why are there 3 All-Star games listed for today? What is this nonsense? Team Giraffes? What is this crap? This is the NBA's got to go. What is this nonsense? That's why the NBA, no betting allowed. It's crap. Crapola. That's start my Sunday cursing. Perky's in the house Northwestern money line today. He likes, you know what? I probably should have did a Marcos minute with the light schedule. So Perky here likes Northwestern. Let me run down a Marcos minute. Low Shy, Rhode Island. I would lean Rhode Island at home. I would take Charlotte, lay the number. The Florida Atlantic game is a toss-up right now. Purdue. I mean, why? I can't bet Ohio State. So Purdue. Give me the under St. Peter's. I will take Drake to win by double digits. Oh, Bradley. Oh, Bradley. The line looks suspicious. Belmont versus Ilshai. I mean, it's like Ilshai. Like you see, like Northern Iowa and Illinois, Chicago should be the parlay of your life. I'm sorry. I thought I wrote this down wrong. Temple is favored. Is that right? I know you both. I mean, 6.5 points. Give me San Antonio. Give me San Antonio. I'll take ECU at home for our guy Tim Earl. Ryder Manhattan. Give me the Jaspers. Give me Mount St. Mary's. Give me Siena. Quinny. Quinny gets it done again. I like Chattanooga, Evansville. Give me some. I'm getting some points with North Texas. I'll take North Texas if it's still a 2.5, 3 there. I don't hate it. Well, it's down to 1-ish. Huh. And North Texas. Marcos minute, Northwestern Indiana. See, I'm going to go Indiana. I know our guy Perky just said Northwestern money line. I would take the Hoosiers at home. I will grab this SMU over Memphis. I will take the over in the St. John's game. I mentioned Rutgers. Take Rutgers. And I guess a little UCLA at home against Utah. I mean, everybody's betting UCLA now. What happened? Holy cow. Marco's been in the house for Marcos. Justin's in the house. Stacks POD. What do we got here? The Ohio State versus Purdue. You know, I grabbed a lot of home dogs here when I just did the Marcos minute. And now you're getting a 9 spot with Ohio State versus Purdue. 23-2 Purdue with only 2 losses being on the road. Totally understandable. Do they put up a fight? Think they're going to put up a fight at home? I mean, maybe it's worth it. Maybe it's worth the 9 points there. OB's in the house. He's happy midday-ing it up. Yeah, it's a midday. What do you make of FS Florida Atlantic? 2 points this morning. Yeah. I don't know. As I mentioned, OB, you could go find my Shawnee Shorty. And it was 3.5 last night on an open. I said I thought it'd be at 5.5. I'm not shocked people come in betting Florida Atlantic. If it would open at 6, I would have probably took the home dog. But going up to that number, I don't hate it. I mean, Florida Atlantic, as much as there's Florida Atlantic hate, and I'm one. Like, hey, you got to fade these guys, right? So they haven't been playing good. Laying 20, all right, you don't cover laying 20. You still won by 12. You laid 7 at Wichita, you covered. You lost at UAB. We saw that one coming, I think. Everybody was on UAB here. 17.5 point faves, you covered. 9.5 point faves, you did not cover. You still won. 12-point fave on the road, you covered. 16-point fave, you didn't cover. You still won by 9. 15.5 point fave, you won by 9. 15.5 point fave, what is this one? You won by 13. So you're not covering big numbers, but you're still. I mean, laying 15 is a big number. Uh, they're not laying 15 here. They weren't laying 10 here. They weren't laying 8 here. They were laying 3, 3.5. Um, I don't think they were a bad ATS run doesn't make you a bad team, especially if you're a good team laying a big number. OB took South Florida plus 4.5 on FanDuel, then again a 5.5. Yeah, well, we'll see how it plays out. I mean, I'm not against home dogs. I just thought last night 3.5. It wasn't worth it at South Florida at that point. And even if I would have said money line, I'd be kicking myself because I could have had a better money line in the AM. Lane's in the house, betting all college basketball, so you can get this NBA All Star garbage out of here. Yes, I don't even understand what this is. What this stuff is. Dennis O'Brien on the Facebook like we love it. Justin says East All Stars plus 114. Siena. All right, we could do some Saints at home, sure. And Memphis. You know what? I don't like this Memphis team. We got Penguins on the ice. Niagara against Quinney. Taking the points versus Quinney. And the Avalanche in regulation. Only way it's got to be when they're minus a 260 spot. Penguins minus 130 there. I don't hate that number. Short enough for me to bet it as a fave. Rutgers, yes. UAB money line. I don't mind. Michael B is in the house. He's got ECU on the money line, UCLA on the money line, Charlotte minus the points. I agree. I like them. Kindly hit the like button, guys, says Nick H. Not Nick Nasty. We got the kind Nick in here. Nice Nick saying hit the like button. Doesn't cost you a thing to hit the like button. Vincent's in the house. Marquette disappointed me and took 25% of it. 25%. Quarter of your bankroll you had on Marquette yesterday. Oh my goodness. And I had UConn here in the free picks yesterday. And the show what I did with Ross and Jesse on Friday, the live show for Winter Circle. I'm not against taking a. I mean, I told you I had some dogs yesterday that lost. A game like that, though, Vincent. I mean, to put that much chunk on a marquee top 5 matchup, that line is impeccable, right? And you think you're taking a dog. Well, why can't they stay close? This and that. I understand. I was on the wrong side of a Auburn game in that spot where I went favorite and didn't take a dog in a spot where you think it's way too many points. If I ever think it's way too many points, I'm taking a way too many point favorite. And which is kind of weird considering I'm the guy who says, hey, if you take a dog, if you're hesitant about something, there's 3 outcomes in a game and 2 of them favor the underdog. You win outright, you cover, or you lose. So there's no harm in taking that. But 25% of your bankroll, what are we doing? That is not good bankroll management whatsoever. Can't do that. Can't do that. Auburn, keep taking. Yeah, that I was like Auburn. I hate to say like easy winner Auburn, but I had Auburn yesterday. I'm like I had them at 8. I felt good. I mean, Kentucky's defense was giving up a bunch of points, and not that Auburn is some offensive juggernaut, but when it's time to play ball, they want to run. They ran with Alabama. They don't care. They could score points. Was not expecting a Kentucky defense to show up. That was not on my bingo card for Saturday college hoops. South Florida out to a fast start. Yeah, but back to this Auburn game. And I like Kentucky. I said they can make some noise down the stretch. They start slow because they're young, right? You get a bunch of the one and done kids in here. You're got to gel a little bit, like any team, right? You get new players in, takes a bit to go. And Kentucky's a team. I'm not a huge Calipari guy, but he more relies on let's let the talent take control. 59 points yesterday. Where did that defense come from Kentucky? Did you see what Kentucky had been giving up lately? Gonzaga, he lost to them at Gonzaga. 103 to Tennessee, 94 to Florida. I mean, 79 South Carolina, 96 Georgia, 97 A&M, 85 Florida. I mean, they give up 80 points like it's their job. And then they come in here on the road. On the road, no less. And hold them to their second least points on the season. At home. Crazy. Rants. Bet over Iowa game had Whiskey miss too many free throws. Who's against? Who'd Whiskey get yesterday? Iowa. Yeah, it comes back to bite you. Free throw shooting. These guys, they all want to take threes, but they can't hit a free throw. ECU, yes. Halliburton All-Star MVP plus $8. Well, here we go. We're going with the Indiana connection here, right? Halliburton to put on a show. I could do all the Halliburtons. I get it. I get that look at it. Mike, it's not a good day. Not going to recap the L's, but 5-11 was down $3,000 around 3. I had a nice run to get $2,000 back, but still did bounce back. UFC 4-1. Sometimes you have bad. I mean, listen, I go like I said. I went 6-7, and I had 2 more games close. How about in my losses? I talk about the half point, 1 point kind of 1.5 point games. 57 of them. 9 pushes, and in that scenario, 21 wins. So out of 87 games, Mike, I got a 65% clip of losing on games that, again, I put them out the night before. I'm on a site. I got to put them out the night before. No money lines, 95% of the time at, before, midnights a lot, sometimes not in the mornings. 65% losers. Now, some of those are wins for me in my personal because I get a little money line on different spots, but the sites don't have those. But come on, man, that's 65. That should be give me 50%, and we have a winning season on the sites. I mean, we have a winning record on the site, but we're still down a little bit. Ken's in the house. Sean, have a great day. Your thoughts on Purdue, Ohio State under? I wouldn't go under. Purdue I think is really good, and Ohio State's a desperate team. They're going to. I think the coach is on the hot seat. They're going to want to come out and play. Under for me, it'd be over anything or nothing. But I did not play that game. Arizona plus 1.5 a money line on the ice versus the Avalanche. So we just had an Avalanche regulation because when you got a 260 fave, it is a lot. Arizona puck line, though. I don't hate this because they are 14-12 on the puck line on the road. So not too shabby with that road puck line. And it's plus, is it plus money or is it minus money? What is the odds on that? Michael B says, I grabbed the 6 with South Florida. FAU is not bad against the spread on the road, and South Florida has owned them. South Florida seems like a public dog, so not big. That's the thing. So last night I was thinking I need a shorty. I had to do a free pick. So Rutgers was immediately jumped out at me because I was like, wow, Minnesota probably beat these guys by 10. But then you look at the numbers, Rutgers won 4 straight. You beat Nebraska, you beat Maryland, you beat Maryland, Michigan, Nebraska on the road. Granted, that's not the Illinois or Purdue's of the land, but winning on the road is still difficult in the Big Ten and in all college basketball. And then I look at Minnesota as a fave. Yeah, covering machine as a dog in the Big Ten, not as a favorite. In the favorite, they lost. They lost as a 4-point fave. So I'm not looking for Minnesota as a fave. And this game here, I went to South Florida. It was 3.5. I thought it'd be 5.5. Now it closed up there. At 3.5, I'd say, all right, I'll take a little Florida Atlantic. That I think that's a little overreaction. And I ran down why I thought it is an overreaction. I went through their schedule and how they played. But I do like South Florida. I think South Florida is a good team. But it's a public team. But why is it getting bet up to 6? That makes to me that's an odd duckling move there, considering it's going up and people are betting on them. I mean, we'll see what happens. It's the first half. Player Prop King 2-2 day of college baseball, winning day with plus money hitting, and a 4-legger UFC hit. Excellent day, Player Prop King. I know it's God's baseball. I know what you're doing. I know college baseball. Moneyline Markel's in the house. Bill McDonald's in the house. What do you say? What's up? Time to get off UCLA. Quinny and UCF today. So UCF, I thought of the Bulls already in motion. Quinny's our little squad here. As much as we loved Oral Roberts a couple years ago when Midday Money premiered, we've had Quinnipiac quite a few times. But I don't know. It's 7.5 too much here? Maybe, possibly. And the UCLA train. I don't know. They're playing well. Again, this was a borderline top 25 team when the season started, right? Just on their talent, and I kind of like the coach. I don't think he's a terrible coach. You have UCLA, Utah rather, kind of in a bit of a funk. I mean, 3 straight 5-6. It's a pick 'em. I get it. UCLA, hello, dude, 8-9. I don't want to get in front of that because you just got to win here. You're not laying points. 64-60 would have been a winner. 61-60, you money line this, it's a winner because it's what, 1.5 now? It's not, it was 2.5 last night. I think it's down to 1 now. UCLA money line. UCLA money line. I'm not going to bet on a losing streak team unless it's Detroit Mercy. Again, 18 points. But UCLA they are playing. Goes back to that Arizona game. Right, they got crushed and they came out and still fought the next game. Under 364.5. What a total money line, Markel. I think everyone to get bet over. Oh, you think? Yeah, good call there, doctor. College baseball, Indiana money line and Jacksonville plus 147. The pen is out for college basketball. College baseball, Indiana, Jacksonville, bases. All right, we'll see what those are. Perky's coming in. Northwestern money line. Easiest play in this late time to turn up. Let's have a day and spank it. Perky's ready to spank the match. He doesn't want to shock the monkey. He wants to spank the monkey. Peter Gabriel style. Northwestern 2-6 on the road. Catching a bucket. He's going plus money. Road doggies. Just says, where's Michael B, my man? You on the Blazers with me? Yeah, Michael B loves his UABs. Clemson and Texas. Clemson and Texas in college baseball. Rance says Notre Dame 4-1 and 3-point contest is crazy. No Steph. I saw him at a higher number yesterday offshore. Nick says I want the pen on Colorado and also Creighton and Kansas. I won the pen on Colorado. Was that the pen game? Colorado over USC. You got it, Nick. I have it right here. Yes. Just so you think I don't play games here. Nick, Colorado over USC. Pen is out. If anyone thinks like, oh, him and his little pants a joke, I write it down. I write them down. That's what the show's about. A little interaction. College hoops under, Michael B says. San Antonio and Temple under. You got at a 147. I'm not going to disagree. I'm not shockingly, I'm not too bad at my college basketball totals, although I did lose one yesterday. I had under 125. I went to 130. But this one here, it was 156, huh? That's a big. I don't mind going under that, especially it is. I understand like a bad team, you think, oh, it could go over because they don't do defense, but on the same token, they're bad for a reason. They can't shoot. I don't hate it, and I just looked up here: 21, 17, 61% totals. Maybe I should. If I just bet totals, there'd only be 2 a week, but we'd be crushing it. Today's I'm on East Carolina and UCLA, says Nick. Why not East Carolina money line? You're spreading them. Hold on a second. Why are you taking the spread here at once? Take the money lines at 130s. And I know someone will be like, oh, you can't lay more than 110 or 115. 125, 130. Trust me, I just told you. 57 losers out of 87. 9 pushes on games like this. Player props got NC State and TCU. OB, I thought the Temple line was odd. Yeah, it looks again. I didn't take San Antone like I did. I was like Auburn. I was like, oh, Auburn. I took Auburn. Connecticut was right here in the chat. Like, oh wow, it looks too big. Sean spelt incorrectly, by the way. Ohio State and the East in the NBA. Again, Purdue, our guy Ninja, I don't know if he's rolling into the chat today, hates Purdue, thinks they're overrated. I mean, they got 2 losses. I don't know how overrated a team could be with 2 losses. Granted, they're both on the road here in Big Ten play. I understand taking the dog. And Ohio State, I think, is looking for a new coach. So I don't hate it. Again, I just can't pull the trigger on that one. The Yotes and the Rangers over. How about the Coyotes and Rangers over? So the Yotes 5.5. Well, the Rangers Islanders are 5.5, and the Yotes are 6.5. I see a 5.5. I want to go under on the ice when I see those 5.5s now because there were so many 6.5s before. Now they're adjusting back down. I would go under both, and again, did not bet any ice today, Nick. Where is Ray Reddington? We need Ray Reddington in the house. Jacksonville game is canceled for weather. A little bit of rain. Jacksonville off the board against Indiana. Crossed it off. I'll leave Indiana. Maybe Indiana's a straight play. Thoughts on Kanishi's under and the SMU game? I like the SMU minus the points. Kanishi's and Siena, I would, listen, Kanisha should win this game. I mean, are you kidding me with this line? What is this? This opened at 2. I mean, how is this a 5? That being said, I want all the points I can get with Siena. But I did not bet it. That's a game we don't have to play. Michael B says, Jesse, UAB, let's get it. North Texas playing with revenge, but they're not the same team away from the Super Pit. I played Moneyline minus 135. Yes. 2 half-point losers. I get it. I understand the pain. I like UAB myself. Everybody and their mama on them plays, and I don't like that. On what plays? Everybody's on Siena? Jesse says, Michael B, I like a good revenge spot as much as the next guy, but Blazers beat Florida Atlantic on Memphis at home. Mean Green beat nobody on the road. UAB on the bubble. Good look with that one. Like, that's kind of, being on a road is tough. I don't know how many times I say this. I mentioned road records. They matter. It's tough winning on the road. Soccer looks like a sweep today. EPL at Brighton over winner. France, Reims, both team to score winner. And over Luton, Beauchamp, Bunderliza over looks good as well. Nick with his soccer. Nick, I need some, come on. Tweet at me when you put those out. I need a little soccer. Desmond's in the house. He's up in Vegas. He's probably on Fremont Street right now. Going to Denny's, getting a Grand Slam breakfast, getting ready for some action. Markel says, I'm sorry, Higgs. I got to say, whoever thought Jalen Brown should be in dunk contest needed some medical attention. Who watches that anymore? Remember, I'm an old guy. I got 1987 baseball cards here. I'm old. Give me good players in a slam dunk. This is a joke. South Florida's a blitz in FAU right now. They were up early. I mean, this was from 15 minutes ago, your comment. I don't know what the score is now. Dunk contest stunk. 3-point contest is great. Love the 3-point contest. Home crowd's going crazy in Indianapolis for Halliburton. Jesse's at Jesse Mike says, I think UAB is a better team. Yeah, I mean, I think UAB should win this game. North Texas is going to get a lot of love, but you're on the road. North Texas. Here we go. 3-4 on the road. UAB 10-3 at home with some quality wins. Maurice says, favorite play today is Quinny first half. I'm not going to say no to Quinny. That's our squad. Where's Pounded Sports? He loves a good Quinnipiac Bobcat. Perky, and not even watching the All-Star game, just a bunch of wild, sweaty animals running back and forth with each other's snacks for 4 quarters. No, thanks. I'll be watching Everybody Loves Raymond tonight. Not a basketball fan. It does get sweaty when you're running. Although for us fat people, we get sweaty all the time. Again, for me, I mean, the All-Star game, I remember when like it would be like 145 to 130, and it would be like a crazy high scoring game. 364? Abel. How are you, Abel? Thanks for coming in. And on Facebook, no less. We got Dennis O'Brien coming in with the like, Lloyd and Abel. Thank you all. No crazy Rick Wild. There's no Rick Wild. He usually watches. Nick says, give it soccer picks over 3 Roma, Italy. Roma over 3. Is this Italia soccer? Is that the Italian league? Jesse says that, Michael. Seems like Mean Green's still getting credit for last year's result based on the season. UAB should be 5.5 here. I mean, 5.5 is a big chunk. I get it. They definitely, they're 3, right? O'Brien have lost its fighting. Yeah, he went down early. I know. But you're still Auburn. You don't have another kind of recruit to come in here start scoring? UB should upside down butt spank them today, Berkey. Giving them the good visuals today. I'm going to Purdue first half. I think my Buckeyes covering the back door. The back doors, you always got to cover that back door. Bad things happen. Was busy wanting to say ASU got spanked. Ajay Rock, yes, they did. And we talked about that yesterday, right? We're like, hey, why not take Arizona State? They're getting 18.5, whatever it closed at the time. It was 18.5. I don't think it's a bad. Let me pull it up here. You lose by 40. I get it. But the look alone is not bad. And that's the way you have to look at it. And I try to say this when I'm taking a loss on a team like UNLV or whatever. It's one game as a loser, but on a whole, in spots, betting on a team to cover 20, because you have to win by 20. You're like 18.5, you need 20 points. That has not played well. It's fine. It is what it is. Arizona showed up. They put it all together for a game. It's been a while since they put it together. Like I says, this is why there's money to be made in college hoops. North Texas has no starters from last year's squad and have a different coach. Yes. OB says, I don't do this, but I cashed out one of my bets in the second half. Western Carolina couldn't build a lead, and thankfully I was correct with the cash out. If you're watching, I'm not a big cash out guy. Right? Obviously, I'm a side total early, bet it, forget it, move on. I'm not jumping in live. I'm like, oh, I gotta hedge and help. But if you're watching the game, you're paying attention because you have a game or two, and you're not out and about. And if you could take the money, take the return, I would recommend it. Like I joke, like hedging's for gardeners, but if you're paying attention and you're there doing it live and watching, I have no problem with jumping in and out and taking profits when you can. That's what it's about. Mateo on the Twitter. Thanks for jumping in, and more thank you for a comment here. So you like money earning Furman here on the money line. I actually like Chattanooga. I am on the Mocs. I got the Mocs. They're part of my 3-pack. Player Prop Kick says, no player props in the All-Star game. I'm back with NBA player props on the 22nd when the games are back. Your triumphant return to NBA player props. Perky's like in Belmont money line. Perky, we got to say, Perky Bumps, you should change your name to like Perky Money Lines. Because you love your money line plays. Belmont versus Ilshai. I sort of like Ilshai, believe it or not. I didn't bet it though, so Perky, so you know I'm pulling for you. And just a little, because I got Little Lick coming in here after me. Yes, it was a tough day for me also. It is. It's Liddy. We have bad days. It happens. But so you know, if I tell you I'm on a game, I'm on a game. If you ask me like my thoughts on a game that I don't have, that's all they are. if I didn't feel comfortable enough to put it out as a free pick and not even bet it myself, it's just it is what it is. Some days I just who do you like? I ain't got no real opinion on the game. It happens. It happens. Had a BYU lose yesterday. Yeah. Thoughts on Johns in the Hall? Listen. You know I'm a Johnny's guy, so you know I want to pull for St. John's to win. I just think this will be an over. Why do I think we see points in this game? The Halls look terrible. St. John's, I don't think they make the tournament. I'm going Purdue money line. All right, this is an absolutely insane play. Liddy, I've never. I remember if I saw a Liddy comment. I'm pretty sure you haven't really commented in here. There is no way I can condone coming in and taking big money. I don't like taking a 130, 140 money line in baseball or hockey for that matter. You know, maybe baseball might go to like a 150, maybe. And I don't like it. I want to think I'm smarter than I am, and run line and try to get extra money when I should probably be just laying the 140. To lay $4, 450, 425, whatever you're laying on this, I can't condone that. No, Liddy, one, if someone came into a show with a guy who says he bets games and says let's take minus $4 faves, minus $1,000 favorites, you don't need to come into listen to some quote unquote pro guy or capper or tout whoever they call themselves and hear him say to take anything more than 2 to 1, 3 to 1. No, I can't condone this. I can't do it. I can't. Not my show, Liddy. That's probably why I don't have the massive following some other people have. But I can't think of minus 425 or whatever it is. Bet more totals. Iowa game easy over. Rants. The pen is out for the easy over. Rants. I have to. Rants. Iowa easy over. Again, 27-17 is not bad, considering that I'm 272 and like 265 or something along those lines. Like I have 500 games and I have less than 50 totals. I probably should have more totals because I'm hitting them. But obviously not that I should say I find them easy because I haven't got as many as I have, but maybe I should concentrate on totals. But then I don't know. I don't know. I don't pretend I'm a totals guy, Rance. Lex, you know how we go. A lot of class. It's all low. I got a little sweater on today. A little sweater on. Rangers 6-0 against the Islanders. So what you're saying that the Islanders are due for a win, right? Is that the thinking here? You take the Isles today? Plus 120, or just do Rangers puck line? How have these scores been? Is a Ranger puck line worthy of a play? Penguins under the 6-piece versus the Kings. I would say yes to the unders. I like all three unders today on the ice. I know Colorado's 6.5, but I would still go under all three and hopefully go 2-1, maybe 3-0. Liddy likes Drake today over Murray. I don't hate Drake. I kind of like Drake there. Charlotte, I like Charlotte. Purdue, again, not on the money line. East Carolina, you want a money line that? I can agree with that one. That is fine. No Drake money line. Late a 9 or 10. Oh, money line. Oh, my goodness. Please tell me this is a parlay. Please tell me they're honorable mentions. Oh, my goodness. Last I saw South Florida, 37% of the bets and 55% of the money. I thought they'd have probably more, to be honest with you, OB. And again, I say this all the time with the splits here. People are going to be like, oh, the splits. Well, where are you looking for a split on that? Because you know what? I'm going to go to another page here and look up a split. And so let me see what the split is on my channel for this game. See how the split is on this one. College basketball betting splits. Let's see what we have. What can we pull up here? Where's college basketball? So your split is 37% of bets, 57% of the money. I'm looking at Florida Atlantic with, what's that, 59? Excuse me, 69. 69% of the money on Florida Atlantic on my site. 65% of the bets. 76% of the handle. You know, depending where you look, right? I mean, I see Florida Atlantic at 20% of the bets, 35% of the bets, 16% of the bets on one site. I mean, don't go by those. You can't go by those now. Because you're going to have, here are the DraftKings splits, here are the Caesar splits, here's the FanDuel splits, here's this split. Public. Way too much nonsense. OB, this is why I do look at lines for NFL football on Sunday nights. I get ahead of all the talking points, everything, the public, this and that. Oh, the public. Bro, the public. I mean, gambling's legal in half the country. Every TV channel that has sports on it has betting experts on, quote unquote. Here's our picks for today. There's always going to be a public favorite, a public dog on any game now. You can't. You got to put that stuff out of your head. If you're going to bet and try to be a real bettor and make money, you better put that stuff in a closet. Put it in a box. Don't even look at it. Don't even look at that stuff. You shouldn't even need to look at that stuff. You should just, it's like breathing. You should look at a game and be like, forget about today's game. We'll talk about Monday's games here because there's a handful of them. And you only have a couple marquee teams playing. Right. You're going to look at, Texas and K-State. I guess that's all we got. Texas, K-State, and Houston, Iowa State. I want to just find a game that I'll be able to tell you who's everybody's going to be betting on 3 days in advance. I'm sure the world's going to be on, I want to say Wisconsin over Maryland. Tennessee, I'll tell you what, I'll be taking a home dog in Missouri against Tennessee. Don't worry about the splits. Bradley and Chattanooga. I like the Mockies, Liddy Lit. And Bradley, Mr. Bradley smells badly. Anybody remember what's happening against Northern Iowa? I don't hate the Bradley game. Desmond says he got the pen out. He's thinking with his computer about a phone. On the phone with Johnny Monaco. Has been 2 times on the NBA All-Star game. Who's he got? I don't even know who's Johnny Monaco. I don't even know who that is. So I got to Google this guy. It says Johnny Monaco is a guitar player for the band Enough's Enough. It's an 80s rock game, an 80s rock band. Is that who you're talking about? He played in Rat. Please tell me who this is, because I Googled this guy's name and it comes up that he's a guitarist, band member. So there's that. People are going to follow this guy in the NBA, though, for some reason. Belmont is an easy ML moneyline hammer play. Belmont over Ilsai. Hammer. Locking up. The King is in the house. Maurice is last time he played UCLA. It was 90-44. UCLA got to remember that. Absolutely. What a day. I say, Kyle. 7-3. Kansas, Colorado being our top place. Shout out to Bet365 for coming to Indy. I love this book. Bet365. Yeah, they're all right. Colorado over USC. Market it down. The truth. Detroit Tigers over their win total. Yes, All-Star game. 359.5. Line has come down from 365. That's just a monster number. Double shot 42%, 29% from three against FAU, but they did shoot 86% from the foul line. What's the score of that game now? What do we got going on in college basketball? It was a big lead early, apparently. Live bet Florida Atlantic on the money line, plus 114. What's the score here? That was from 20 minutes ago. Like the under in all the games today as well. Yes. NBA, no thank you. Maybe Halliburton. Halliburton props because he plays for the home team. Or it's his home stadium, arena, basketball court, whatever. Mary's in a bounce back today after losing a rider. I'll take 4.5. I like Man St. Mary's too. Yes, King D. People are on the Smoo and Canisius. Oh, yeah. Well, they'll be on Canisius because they're. And even that is. Are you just fading a team that's 4-21? I mean, Canisius has 9 wins. They're 1-11 on the road. I don't want to lay 5 points with a team that has 1 road win. That's fine. If Seattle loses, so be it. There'll be another opportunity to win. I have no problem. Note to anybody out there new to betting: a team that is 1-11 on the road, when they're favored, chances are they're not going to be covering. They're not going to be covering games. I do see against Utah, the spread 2.5. East Carolina 2.5 versus Tulane. Like both of those, Nick. I'm recovering from a hangover following the Stephen Percy Night Ranger concert last night over at the Strat. Night Ranger. There we go. Evansville plus 4.5. Their Illinois State off a huge blowout win against Indiana State. Small lean on Evansville. I would concur. Purple Aces. Looks like Roma game pen is going to lose no goal 32.5 minutes. All right. Jesse says a lot of people make fun of me for taking money line basketball, but I got 10 plus year record to go back it up. I can't go over 199 and say forbids it, which is probably a good idea. Yeah, it should forbid it, Jess. Come on, man. 2-1. I can't do that. I mean, that's way too many. Like I said, I could do like a 150 in baseball. I have to sometimes because I've said, and we do shows all the time, Jesse. I overthink with my puck lines or my run lines. Not playing something where I should play it because I'm trying to just stay with dogs or things under 120. You can't do that. You have to branch out a little bit. But 199 is freaking no way. No way for me. The pen looks alive. First goal in 40 minutes. Here we go. Dow says Rangers under, Avs under, Penguins under. Yes. Like all the unders on the ice. San Antonio under. I don't hate. I mean, I like San Antonio on the points there. UCLA under. I like UCLA. Rutgers under. The basketball totals, I have no thoughts on there. I do like UCLA. I like all these teams you posted. San Antonio, UCLA, and Rutgers, though. Rutgers is in the chat. Waiting for spring games, no matter how much you win on other games. Betting on baseball is fun. Love baseball. Love it. I just pre-ordered my Out of the Park baseball. Yeah, he now plays with Stephen. Was that? Okay. I was like, I thought Money that Markel gave you, yeah, what he said, like, follow that guy. I'm like, all right, the guy's like a guitarist. Like, he knows what to bet. I mean, 2,000 of him is probably like $2 to somebody else. I'm going over both Rangers and the Yotes on the ice. All right. We'll see how, again, I don't have anything on the ice. Ninja's ready for Purdue to smack the poop out of Ohio State. Hold on a second. You like Purdue now? Or can it be overrated, Purdue? There we go. That's what I'm waiting to see. Rangers. Charlotte looks good. I like Charlotte. You want to take a little Charlotte? I don't hate some Charlotte. Where's Charlotte at? Against Wichita. Let's go. All righty. I got Rutgers. Only thing today. I'm going to go do some baseball cards on the Sean Higgs channel. So if you want to check that out, come in, talk. We could talk we could talk the games as they're playing too. It's fun during baseball season. And I'm thinking during baseball, especially opening day, live show all day, or as long as I could take it with the headset on. I might have to just go straight speakers because, this gets a little, gotta let the ears breathe a little. But there will be a live stream for baseball all day. You know I like baseball. All right, folks. Thanks for popping in. Late night money tonight. Why not?